Socrates, one of the most iconic figures in the history of Western philosophy. He was born in Athens around 470 BCE. Despite having no written works of his own, his philosophy legacy remains deeply embedded in the foundation of Western thought. The accounts of his and teachings primarily come from his student, notably Plato, as well as Xenophon, who immortalized Socrates' thoughts through their writings. Early life and philosophy journey. Socrates' early life was relatively ordinary. He was the son of a stonemason and a midwife, originally a stonecutter himself. He later abandoned his trade to wholeheartedly pursue wisdom and truth, focusing on philosophy. Unlike other philosophers of his time, Socrates did not charge fees for his teachings, instead engaging in dialogues with anyone willing to discuss matters of virtue, ethics, and the nature of knowledge. Philosophical contributions. Central to Socrates' philosophy was the principle that true wisdom lies in recognizing one's ignorance. He famously declared, "I know that I know nothing," emphasizing the humility required in the pursuit of knowledge. His method of inquiry, the Socrates method, involved asking probing questions that led his interlocutors to rethink their assumptions and beliefs. This method aimed not having to provide answers, but to stimulate critical thinking and self-reflection, encouraging individuals to question their convictions and ultimately arrive at a deeper understanding of truth. Socrates' belief in the importance of examining one's life and beliefs laid the groundwork for moral and intellectual introspection, encapsulating the famous phrase, "The unexamined life is not worth living." Ethics and virtues. Socrates dedicated much of his philosophy inquiries to ethical matters, aiming to understand what constitutes a good and virtuous life. He believed that true happiness and fulfillment stemmed from living life of a moral excellence. According to him, knowledge of what is good natural leads to good actions, and ignorance is the root of all evil caused. His teachings revolved around the concept of virtue as a form of knowledge. By understanding what is morally right, individuals would naturally leads to good actions, and ignorance is the root to all causes of evil. His teachings revolved around the concept that virtue is a form of knowledge. By understanding what is morally right, individuals would naturally act in accordance with those principles. Socrates' emphasis on the development of character and moral integrity was crucial in shaping the ethics discourse in philosophy. The trial and death of Socrates. Socrates' commitment to truth and his relentless questioning of societal norms eventually led to his trial in 399 BCE. He faced charges of impiety and corrupting the youth of Athens. A gripping dialogue known as the Apology. Socrates defended himself eloquently against those accusations. The jury found him guilty, and he was sentenced to death by drinking a cup of poison hemlock. Socrates' refusal to comprise his principles, escape or plead for mercy, becoming a testament to his unwavering commitment to truth and moral integrity. His acceptance of death rather than abandoning his philosophy remains an enduring symbol of courage and steadfastness in the pursuit of one's beliefs. Legacy. Although Socrates left no written works of his own, his teachings were immortalized through the works of his students in dialogues like the Apology, the Republic, and Phaedo. Plato's portrayal of Socrates as the main character in these dialogues helped to persevere his philosophical ideas and methods. Socrates' influences extended far beyond his time. His emphasis on questioning, critical thinking, and the pursuit of wisdom as a means to achieve moral excellence laid the groundwork for subsequent philosophical movements. His teachings heavily influenced Stoicism, rationalism, and the broader Western philosophy tradition. The Socrates method, characterized by its probing questions, open dialogue, and emphasis on critical thinking, remains a fundamental pedagogical tool. It continues to shape educational practices, encouraging students to think analytically, challenge assumptions, and explore different perspectives. In conclusion, Socrates, despite his lack of written works and enigmatic persona, remains an influential figure in the history of philosophy. His dedication to truth, His unwavering commitment to ethics and moral integrity, and his enduring legacy as a champion of critical thinking and self-examination continue to resonate as timeless pillars of wisdom and guidance in the pursuit of the truth and virtue.